Good evening, I'm Lee Anderson. The Bend City Council met tonight to discuss how to move forward as a staff as the Oregon Health Authority continues to make COVID-19 guideline changes across the state. Alec Nolan has more. Alec?
Lee, Bend City councilors wrestled with shifting of state guidelines as they worked to word the 6th version of the city's emergency declaration.
Are we still asking, we and Visit Bend, are we still asking people not to come visit Bend?
Correct.
Despite lowering COVID cases in Deschutes County, City Manager Eric King says Bend is not actively promoting tourism. The current emergency declaration expires at the end of the month, but the city plans to extend it through June.
And so each time we have amendments, it's important that we check in with council and making sure that we're calibrating and we're not stepping outside of your role as policymakers.
The updates will address in-person meetings and special events, but will not include any additional restrictions outside of state guidelines. And Assistant City Manager John Skidmore says occupancy limits for these types of events will need more clarity from the state.
But now we're trying to figure out maximum 50% occupancy for things like marathons, as well as outdoor entertainment establishments.
Skidmore says limiting capacity is easier for areas like beer gardens or music venues, but with events like a marathon or a bike race, they'll have to work out the numbers.
With the 50% occupancy maximum, because I don't know how you really calculate an occupancy for a race. So we will be working through that with the governor and get continued feedback.
And the meeting did not go without mentioning the fatal shootings in Atlanta that left 8 dead, as Councilor Rita Schenkelberg offered her condolences before leading a moment of silence.
Bend City Council and the City of Bend stand in solidarity with the Asian community here in Bend and around the world. When I see these attacks, I see my grandmother, my aunties and uncles, and my cousins. When I see these attacks, I feel the pain of family members and friends around the world, asking and crying out for this to end.
The safe parking program for temporary or transitional housing was also unanimously approved to provide shelter options for the homeless. Lee, back to you.